While the world sleeps, winners are already building their future. The alarm rings. The choice is yours: rise or stay behind. Every morning a battle begins, not with the world, but with yourself. And the moment you get out of bed is the moment your future is decided. The 10 powerful values of waking up early in the morning. Value 1. Self-discipline. Every morning, there is a battle. Not with the world, not with other people, but with yourself. The alarm rings, and in that moment, your future is decided. Not by motivation, not by talent, but by discipline. Because discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. And waking up early is the purest form of self-discipline. Most people think discipline is about punishment, about being hard, about suffering, but discipline is actually self-respect. It's saying, my goals matter more than my comfort. My future matters more than this moment. When you wake up early, you are making a promise to yourself, and more importantly, you are keeping it. Think about this. Every day, life will test you. It will distract you. It will tempt you. It will pull you away from who you want to become. If you can't control when you wake up, how will you control your habits, your focus, your decisions? You don't build discipline in big moments. You build it in small, uncomfortable ones. Like getting out of bed when it's warm, when it's dark, or when no one is watching. Waking up early teaches your mind one powerful lesson. I am in control. Not my emotions, not my excuses, not my comfort, me. And once your mind learns that everything changes, you stop negotiating with weakness. You stop waiting to feel ready. You stop letting moods decide your actions. Because discipline doesn't ask how you feel, it asks, what needs to be done? And early mornings answer that question every single day. Look at your bed. It represents comfort, safety, staying the same. Getting out of it early is you choosing growth over comfort. And every time you do that, your discipline muscle gets stronger, just like a gym workout. At first, it's painful, it's uncomfortable, it feels unnatural. But over time, it becomes who you are. People often ask, how do I become disciplined? The answer is simple, but not easy. You do one hard thing every single day, and waking up early is that thing. Because if you can win the morning, you can win the day. Self-discipline is not loud, it doesn't post, it doesn't announce itself, it's quiet, private. Invisible, no applause, no recognition, just you and your decision. That's why it's powerful, because the strongest people in the world aren't the loudest. They are the most disciplined. Every successful person you admire, every leader, every champion, every creator, they mastered this first. Not motivation, not inspiration, discipline. And it started with their mornings. When you wake up early, you train yourself to act without excuses. You train yourself to move before comfort talks you out of it. You train yourself to lead your life instead of reacting to it. That's what discipline does. It puts you back in charge. And here's the truth most people avoid. If you can't discipline your sleep, you will struggle to discipline your life. Because the mind that sleeps in also delays dreams, postpones goals, and waits for someday. But disciplined minds don't wait, they move. Early mornings don't make you special. They make you prepared for pressure, prepared for responsibility, prepared for success. Because success demands consistency, and discipline is the foundation of consistency. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings and your mind whispers, just 5 more minutes, remember this, that moment is not about sleep. It's about who's in control, comfort or discipline. The old you or the future you. Get up, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. Because every early morning is a vote for the person you are becoming. And self-discipline is where all greatness begins. Value 2, mental clarity before the noise begins. Before messages, notifications, and demands, there is a moment of pure silence. That moment is the early morning, and in that silence something powerful happens. Your mind becomes clear. Most people don't realize this, but their minds are not tired, they are overloaded. Too many voices, too many opinions. Too many distractions pulling in every direction. And when the mind is crowded, decisions become weak. Focus disappears, purpose fades, but early morning removes the noise. When you wake up before the world, your mind finally has space to breathe. No rush, no chaos, no pressure to respond, just you and your thoughts. This is where clarity is born. Clarity is not motivation. Clarity is knowing what matters. And the quiet hours of the morning give you that gift. Because in silence you hear the truth. not the opinions of others, not the fears created by comparison, your own voice. Early mornings sharpen your thinking. Your brain is rested, your emotions are calm, your energy is clean. That's why the best ideas come early. The best plans form early. The best decisions are made early. Not late at night when the mind is exhausted, but in the morning when it is fresh. Think about how many bad decisions are made when the mind is cluttered. When emotions are loud, when stress is high, when the day has already beaten you down. Now imagine starting your day with clarity instead of chaos. That is the power of waking up early. In the early morning, you don't react. You design. You decide what the day will be about before the world decides for you, and that changes everything. Mental clarity gives you direction. Without it, you stay busy but not productive, active but not effective. With it, every action has purpose. Every step has intention. Early mornings turn confusion into focus. This is why disciplined people protect their mornings. Because they understand something most don't. A clear mind is a competitive advantage. While others wake up already stressed, already late, already reacting, you wake up calm, centered, prepared. Clarity allows you to see your goals clearly, not as dreams, but as plans. You see what needs to be done and what doesn't matter. And when you know what matters, you stop wasting time. Early morning clarity also brings emotional control. You're not rushing, you're not panicking. You're not overwhelmed, you move slowly, intentionally, and calm minds make strong decisions. This is where confidence begins, not loud confidence. Not fake confidence, quiet confidence, the kind that comes from knowing your direction before the world starts pulling you off course. The world is loud. It wants your attention, your energy, your focus. If you don't choose clarity early, you'll spend the rest of the day chasing it. But when you wake up early, clarity comes to you. So tomorrow morning, when the world is still asleep, sit in the silence. Breathe, think, plan, because clarity is not found in chaos. It is found in quiet discipline, and early mornings are where focused minds are created. Value 3, confidence. Confidence is not loud, it doesn't shout. It doesn't need to prove anything. Real confidence is quiet, and it is built early in the morning. Most people think confidence comes from success, from praise, from recognition. But that kind of confidence is fragile, because when applause disappears, so does their belief. True confidence is built in private, when no one is watching, when no one is clapping, when it's just you and your decision. Every early morning is a promise you make to yourself. And every time you keep that promise, your confidence grows, not all at once, but steadily. Because the mind remembers, I said I would get up, and I did. Confidence doesn't come from doing big things once. It comes from doing small things consistently. And waking up early is one of the smallest, most powerful promises you can keep. Think about how many times people break promises to themselves. I'll start tomorrow. I'll wake up early. I'll be more disciplined. Each broken promise weakens self-trust, and when you don't trust yourself, confidence disappears. But when you wake up early, you rebuild that trust, day by day. Confidence is self-belief, and self-belief is built through proof. Proof that you can rely on yourself. Proof that your words mean something. Proof that you follow through. Early mornings give you that proof. That's why people who wake up early walk differently. They speak differently. They decide faster. They hesitate less. Because deep down, they know something others don't. They know they can trust themselves. Confidence also comes from preparation. When you start the day early, you're not rushing. You're not panicking. You're ready. And readiness creates calm. Calm creates certainty, and certainty is confidence. When you wake up late, the day controls you. When you wake up early, you control the day. That sense of control changes how you show up in the world. You don't seek approval. You don't fear opinions. You don't shrink yourself, because you already won the first battle of the day. Early mornings teach you something powerful. You can do hard things. And once you believe that, fear loses its grip. Doubt becomes quieter. Excuses stop making sense. Confidence is also built through identity. Every time you wake up early, you reinforce a new identity. I am disciplined. I am committed. I am serious about my life. And when your identity changes, your behavior follows. This is why confidence feels different in people who rise early. It's not ego, it's certainty. They don't need validation, because they've already validated themselves. So when the alarm rings tomorrow morning, understand this. That moment is not just about time. It's about belief in yourself. Get up not for the world, but for you. Because every early morning you honor your word, you become someone you can trust, and that trust is confidence. Value 4, control over life. Most people don't live their lives, they react to them. They wake up late, rush through the morning, chase the clock. Answer demands, put out fires, and by the end of the day, they're exhausted but not fulfilled. Because when you don't control your morning, you don't control your life. Control is not about dominance over others. It's about ownership of yourself, your time, your focus, your energy, and it starts the moment the alarm rings. Early mornings put you back in the driver's seat. Before emails, before obligations, before the world starts pulling you in 100 directions, you choose. How you think, what you work on, who you become that day. When you wake up late, you give control away to schedules, to other people's priorities, to urgency that isn't even yours. But when you wake up early, you decide first, and the one who decides first leads. Control over life doesn't come from more time. Everyone has the same 24 hours. It comes from how you enter the day. Calm or chaotic, intentional or reactive. Early mornings create space. Space to plan, space to prepare, space to think clearly, and space is power. Without control, life feels overwhelming. You feel behind, rushed, stressed. With control, life feels manageable. You move with purpose. You respond, not react. You choose your actions. This is why waking up early is uncomfortable at first, because comfort thrives in chaos. But control requires discipline, and discipline gives you freedom. When you control your mornings, you control your habits. When you control your habits, you control your direction, and direction determines destiny. Early mornings teach you leadership. Not leadership over people, leadership over yourself. You stop blaming circumstances. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You act. Control also brings confidence under pressure. When challenges appear, and they will, you don't panic. Because you already started the day on your terms, you're not scrambling, you're steady. People who wake up early don't feel powerful because they dominate others. They feel powerful because they aren't controlled, not by distraction, not by laziness, not by chaos. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings, understand this. That moment is a decision about who leads your life. You or everything else. Get up, take control, because life doesn't slow down for anyone, but those who rise early learn how to direct it. Value 5, consistency. Talent can start the race. Motivation can push you forward, but only consistency finishes the journey. Most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they don't show up every day. They work hard sometimes. They try when they feel inspired. They commit until it gets uncomfortable. Consistency is different. Consistency is doing the work even when the feeling is gone. And nothing trains consistency better than waking up early, because early mornings don't care how you feel. They demand presence. When you wake up early once, it feels good. When you wake up early twice, it feels possible. But when you wake up early every day, it becomes who you are. Consistency is not about intensity. It's about repeatability, small actions, simple habits, done again and again and again. Early mornings are the perfect training ground for this. Every early morning is a small win, and small wins create momentum. Momentum creates belief. Belief creates results. Most people wait for big breakthroughs, but life is changed by small decisions repeated daily. Getting up early, showing up. Doing the work even when no one sees it. Consistency builds trust, not with others, with yourself. When you show up daily, your mind learns, I can rely on me. And that self-trust is unstoppable. This is why consistency beats motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but consistency stays. It doesn't need excitement, it needs commitment. Early mornings teach you to stop negotiating. There is no debate, no delay. The alarm rings, you rise day after day. Consistency also protects you from burnout because you're not forcing massive effort. You're building sustainable progress, step by step, brick by brick. People admire results, but they don't see the routine behind them. They don't see the quiet mornings, the repeated effort, the discipline no one applauds, but consistency remembers, and it always pays back. If you want confidence, be consistent. If you want clarity, be consistent. If you want control, be consistent. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings again, remember, this is not about one day. It's about every day. Show up, not perfectly, but consistently. Because consistency is not exciting, it's powerful. Value 6, purpose alignment. Most people are busy. Busy waking up late, busy rushing, busy reacting. Busy surviving, but being busy is not the same as being aligned. Purpose is not found in noise, it's found in stillness. And stillness lives in the early morning. When you wake up early, before the world asks anything from you, you get something rare. Time to ask yourself questions that matter. Why am I doing this? Where am I going? Who am I becoming? Purpose alignment is when your actions match your values. When your daily habits point in the same direction as your dreams. And early mornings are where that alignment begins. Without alignment, you work hard but feel empty. You achieve but feel lost, because effort without purpose drains the soul. Early mornings reconnect you to your why, not the loud why of social media, not someone else's expectations, your own. In the quiet hours, you remember what matters. You stop chasing everything and start committing to something. Purpose alignment also simplifies life. When you know your direction, decisions become easier. You say no without guilt. You focus without distraction. You move without hesitation. This is why people who wake up early often seem calm and centered. They're not confused. They've already checked in with themselves before the world pulls them apart. Early mornings are where dreams turn into plans, where vision turns into action, where purpose stops being a thought and becomes a daily practice. Alignment doesn't mean perfection, it means direction. And waking up early keeps you facing forward. So tomorrow morning, before the noise, before the rush, before the demands, sit with your purpose. Listen, align. Because a life lived on purpose is a life lived with power. Value 7, emotional strength. Life is not hard because of problems. Life is hard because of uncontrolled emotions. Fear, anger, doubt, anxiety, they rise when we are tired, rushed, and overwhelmed. And that's exactly how most people start their day. Emotional strength is not about feeling nothing. It's about not letting feelings control your actions. And early mornings train that power. When the alarm rings, your emotions speak first. Stay in bed. You're tired, just today. But emotional strength is built when you act despite those voices. Waking up early is emotional training. You feel resistance and you move anyway. You feel discomfort and you stay calm. You feel doubt and you rise. This is how you teach your nervous system that discomfort is not danger, that feelings don't get the final say. Early mornings slow everything down, your breath, your thoughts, your reactions, and a calm start creates emotional balance for the rest of the day. When challenges hit later, stress, pressure, criticism, you don't break, because you already practiced control when it was hardest, in the morning. Emotional strength gives you patience. You stop snapping, stop reacting, stop exploding, you respond, and response is power. This is why disciplined mornings create resilient people. People who don't panic in chaos, who don't collapse under pressure, who don't quit when emotions get heavy. Early mornings also help you process emotions, instead of suppressing them, ignoring them, letting them explode later. You sit with them, you breathe, you observe, and observation creates control. Emotional strength is not dramatic, it's steady, quiet, unshakable. So tomorrow morning, when discomfort speaks, listen, but don't obey, get up, train your emotional strength. Because the strongest people are not controlled by how they feel, they are guided by who they choose to be. Value 8, physical energy. Energy is life. Not just mental energy, not just emotional strength, but physical energy. The kind that fuels action, the kind that drives results, the kind that makes everything else possible. Most people waste it, sleep late, skip breakfast, scroll endlessly, let fatigue decide their day, and then wonder why they feel stuck. Waking up early gives you the first advantage of the day, energy that belongs to you, before stress, before chaos, before demands drain it. Your body is like a battery. Start late and it's already depleted. Start early and it charges fully. Movement, sunlight, deep breaths all amplify your energy. And once your body wakes, so does your mind. Physical energy is not just strength. It's clarity in motion. It's the ability to act when others hesitate. It's the difference between surviving the day and owning it. Think of it this way: early mornings train your body to perform before comfort tempts you to rest. And each day your energy grows stronger, more reliable, more controlled, more you. Exercise, stretching, walking, or just intentional movement, it signals to your brain, I am ready, ready for challenges. Ready for focus, ready to execute. Physical energy and discipline are connected. The person who controls their sleep, movement, and morning routine has energy reserved for what truly matters. The person who surrenders to lethargy spends the day reacting, struggling, and exhausting themselves. Energy is contagious. When you feel alive in the morning, it flows into every decision, every task, every interaction. You move faster, think sharper, speak clearer, and inspire others without even trying. Physical energy is also resilience, because a strong body supports a strong mind. A disciplined body supports an unstoppable will. A prepared body carries you when challenges arrive. The early hours are a secret weapon. Empty streets, quiet air, golden light. You move, you breathe. You awaken and the world hasn't started yet, but you already have. So tomorrow morning when the alarm rings, move, stretch, walk, breathe. Get your blood flowing, charge your body, because your energy decides your performance, and your performance decides your day, and your day decides your life. Value 9, time advantage. Time waits for no one. It doesn't pause, it doesn't slow down, it doesn't ask if you're ready. And most people, they start the day already behind. Waking up early gives you something rare, an advantage. While the world sleeps, you move. While others scroll, you create. While others hesitate, you execute. This is the secret of the most successful people in the world. They don't get more time, they use it better. Every early morning is a head start. You get the quiet hours, the empty streets, the uninterrupted focus. And what others spend in distraction, you spend in progress. Time advantage is not about working longer. It's about working smarter, about starting first. About being prepared before the day even begins. Think about this. Two people have the same 24 hours. One wakes at 7:00 a.m. The other wakes at 5:00 a.m. That's just 2 hours, but those 2 hours can change everything. 2 hours of planning, 2 hours of training, 2 hours of thinking. 2 hours where the rest of the world is reacting and you are leading. Time advantage compounds. Do it for one day, it feels good. Do it for a week, you notice the difference. Do it for months, your life changes. Because small advantages repeated consistently become unstoppable momentum. Early mornings also give you space to prioritize. Instead of reacting to demands, you set the agenda. Instead of chasing distractions, you chase results. Instead of following the world, you lead your own path. Time advantage is a mindset. It's the understanding that every minute counts. That wasted hours cannot be regained. That success belongs to those who start first. When challenges come later in the day, you've already had hours of preparation. You're calm, ready, and ahead. While others scramble, you move decisively. Your early hours become a secret weapon, a hidden edge that no one else can take from you. An invisible advantage that compounds quietly, but dramatically changes your life. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings, remember this: 2 hours can separate you from everyone else. 2 hours can change your focus. 2 hours can change your results. Get up, move, own your time, because the early hours are where winners gain their advantage. Value 10, future creation. Every choice you make today shapes the life you will live tomorrow. Every action, every habit, every decision. Your future is not something that happens to you. It is something you create. Waking up early gives you a secret. Time to build the life you want while the world is still asleep. Most people live reactively. They wait, they hope, they say, tomorrow I'll start, but tomorrow never comes. The early risers know the truth. The future begins now. Every early morning is a small investment, an investment in your goals, an investment in your dreams, an investment in the person you will become. And the best part, compounding works in your favor. 2 hours today, 2 hours tomorrow, 2 hours the next day. Small, consistent actions turn into momentum, mastery, and eventually, a life designed on your terms. Future creation is about vision. It's about seeing who you want to be, not who you are today. It's about working for something bigger than comfort, bigger than distraction, bigger than excuses. The early morning is the laboratory of your future. This is where you plan, this is where you focus, this is where you commit to your legacy. While others sleep, you are building the foundation of what comes next. And here's the secret: your future is not determined by luck. It's determined by your actions when no one is watching. When you rise early, you choose action over comfort. You choose progress over procrastination. You choose your destiny over randomness. Every habit you build in the morning, every page you write, every idea you pursue, every workout you complete becomes part of your future self. Your future is made of repeated small wins, and mornings are the perfect time to claim them. Imagine your life 5 years from now. The person who woke up early every day, the one who stayed disciplined, focused, and consistent, they don't wish for success. They earned it. Future creation is not about instant results. It's about building quietly, steadily, relentlessly. The early morning is your ally, your time. Your secret advantage. So tomorrow morning when the alarm rings, rise. Not just for today, not just for tasks, not just for habits. Rise for the life you want to create. Rise for the person you are becoming. Rise for your future self waiting to thank you. Because the mornings you claim are the years you build. And your future is waiting for you to show up. Now you know the truth. Waking up early is more than a habit. It's a choice, a promise to yourself. A commitment to your future. It's the first battle of the day. The quiet hours when discipline, clarity, confidence, control, consistency, purpose, emotional strength, energy, time advantage, and vision all come together to shape who you are and what you will become. So tomorrow morning and the morning after and every morning after that, rise. Not because it's easy, not because anyone is watching, not because the world will reward you immediately. Rise because your future self depends on it. Rise because you are in control. Rise because your life is waiting. Rise because greatness is built one morning at a time. The alarm will ring, the comfort will whisper, the excuses will try to hold you back. But you will rise, and every day you do, you are building your destiny. So get up, start now, own your mornings and own your life.